Uncle. Yes, sir.
Tommy, good you?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Hello guys, welcome back to SportsCorner GH. My name is Adam. In today's video, we are dividing it into two parts. The first part talks about the latest updates coming from the camp of the Black Stars as they prepare for the AFCON 2025 qualifiers. First two games against Angola and also Niger. We're also going to talk about Alexander Djiku's replacement in the Black Stars and also the accident that happened to Otto Addo and also other technical team members. There is a video of it. We are going to show you that live here on SportsCorner GH. The second part of today's video talks about transfers. There are teams in talks with Ayew. I'm going to tell you about them. And also there is a team in Brazil interested in signing Daniel Amartey, amongst many others. So guys, please make sure to like this video, subscribe, and also turn on notification. Quickly, let's jump into it. And I want to talk about the good news. Now, this morning when we woke up, we saw a report from the Ghana Football Association saying that Coach Otto Addo and also other technical team members such as John Pencil and also Otto Addo that were involved in an accident coming back from Takwa. They went to watch the Champions of Champions match that was between Nswansea and also Samatex. Now, upon returning, they had an accident, but then the good news is that they are all in shape, and you can see the video right here. And I want to read to you the statement from Ghana Football Association as you watch the video of the car wreckage. Now, this is coming from the Ghana Football Association, and they say that the vehicle carrying the head coach Otto Addo, assistant coach John Pencil, and goalkeepers trainer Otto Addo, a Land Cruiser with registration number GR6521-21, avoided a head-on collision with a pickup truck, which veered off into its lane with some damage to the vehicle. And you can see the damage to the vehicle right there on your screen. Now, it also went on to say that we are happy to report that all three members of the technical team are in stable condition and will undergo further medical assessment as a precautionary measure upon their return to Accra. And lastly, they say that we are confident that the technical team would be in good shape and ready to lead the Black Stars in the upcoming AFCON qualifiers against Angola and also Niger. And honestly, this is good news to me. We don't want any bad thing happening to our technical team. That would even spoil everything. And I'm happy this is, this is the news we are receiving, that nothing bad happened. They're all in good shape. Medical checks will be done and make sure that all the technical team members are safe. We thank God for making them, safe and then getting no harm, and that is very, very important. Now, moving away from that, let's talk about Alexander Djiku. Now, Alexander Djiku picked up an injury some few days ago, and according to the Ghana Football Association, Otto Addo has handpicked another player to replace Alexander Djiku in the Black Star team camp. And the name of that player is called Jonas Adjetey. Jonas Adjetey, he's 20 years of age and plays for Basel in the Swiss League. Now, let me tell you a bit of this player, his background, where he has played from for, because most people don't know this player. It's like, boom, who is this player? Now, this player started playing football in Teshi, in a team called Teshi Football Academy. And then he had a chance to play for Great Olympics here in the Ghana Premier League. And then moved on from Great Olympics to Brecum Chelsea. And they had a very good move to Basel, and now the rest is history. He's with the Black Star team camp, and we wish him all the best. We hope that Otto Addo gives him some game minutes so that we can see what he can bring into the Black Star squad. But then, guys, that is the latest update coming from the camp of the Black Stars. Alexander Djiku injured. He's out of the Black Stars, not going to feature in the two games we are going to play against Angola and Niger, and he's being replaced by a player called Jonas Adjetey, doing so well in the Swiss League with Basel, and this player was right from Ghana here. So I like this recruitment because it is not a player that maybe was not born in Ghana. This player understands the system from Teshi Football Academy to Great Olympics to Brecum Chelsea to Basel. So I think this is a great addition to the Black Star squad. Lastly, on the Black Star team camp update, by tomorrow, the Black Star team camp would open, and a lot of players will be coming to team camp. Also tomorrow, they'll hold their first training session at the Accra Sports Stadium, 4:30. And then they'll leave Accra to Kumasi on Tuesday. So these are a few updates concerning the Black Stars that I'm bringing to you live here on SportsCorner GH. I also heard from a friend that more Black Star players are arriving in the country today. A friend at the airport just told me that like he saw some Black Star players arriving through the airport. So, I mean, don't be surprised if you start seeing videos from today going up to tomorrow of Black Star players arriving in Ghana, and those who are going to arrive in team camp. We'll make sure to bring you everything live here on SportsCorner GH. So, guys, that is the latest update we have for you concerning Black Stars. Now, let's move away from that and talk about some latest transfer updates. With a transfer update, I want to begin with Ayew. Now, this is a report coming from Nnamdi on Facebook. You can take a look at it. I'm going to read it out very quickly. He said this is that breaking. Ayew is still in talks with Le Havre, but other clubs like Lille are also interested in signing the player, leaving Ayew with multiple options to consider. Now, let's not forget, Le Havre was the team that accommodated Ayew for 6 months last season, and he was so good for them. He played very well with the club, scored 5 goals in the French Ligue 1, and some of his goals were nominated for awards. Now, the club wants to take Ayew back again. They're in talks with the player. So for those asking about Ayew's transfer update, trust me, as I said, he will get a team to play. He has very good agency. So don't be surprised when you see Ayew going back to Le Havre, where he had a very good stint with the club in the French Ligue 1. And he knows the French Ligue 1 very well. He has vast experience playing in the French Ligue 1. So as for that one, I'm really happy about it. So guys, that is the latest update coming from Ayew. You are going to follow up on it and bring you more updates. And also Brest are also interested in that. That Brest is a very good club in France. They are doing so well, even at the beginning of this season. And I hope Ayew gets to slot in there. Now, the next update will be on Daniel Amartey. As we already know, Besiktas are not interested in giving Daniel Amartey another chance to play with the squad. He's not part of the squad. He wasn't registered, so he's not playing. Now, Daniel Amartey had a chance to go on loan to Saudi Arabian club. He said no. He decided not to go to that club. Now, we heard clubs such as Celtic and Rangers were interested in signing the player, but then talks broke down. But then the latest update we are getting is that a team in Brazil called Flamengo are in talks with Daniel Amartey to sign the player. Now, I want to read the report very quickly. You can see it on your screen right here. The report says that exclusive Flamengo, a Brazilian team, is interested in signing Daniel Amartey from Besiktas. However, it's unlikely that Flamengo can afford to pay Daniel Amartey's full salary, so Besiktas may need to cover a portion to facilitate the transfer. So, guys, this is the situation with Daniel Amartey's transfer to Flamengo in Brazil. And honestly, I feel like Daniel Amartey just needs playing time. It's not like he's a bad player. The reason why Besiktas are not really interested in the player is because of how unreliable he is. And I mean, there are other players who are filled in that spot. So I guess why Besiktas wants Daniel Amartey to leave. But then the issue has to be with the money he's receiving right now, because not every team can afford that amount Daniel Amartey is receiving right now. So I get why everything is like, okay, if you're going to take a portion of it, we can strike a percentage and take Daniel Amartey on loan. And I think it will not be bad. It will not be bad to see Daniel Amartey play in Flamengo in Brazil, because Flamengo is a big team in Brazil. So this is the latest update coming from the camp of Daniel Amartey. Now, let's move on from that and talk about Ernest Nnamdi. Now, I saw a report concerning Ernest Nnamdi on the deadline day on transfer that he was going to Fulham. But only for us to wake up the next day and then we heard that the Fulham deal did not go through. Now, we had multiple reports, and this is coming from Gary Al-Smith. And I want to read it out very quickly. And this is what Gary Al-Smith said about, Ernest Nnamdi's move to Fulham and why it did not go through. He says that Ernest Nnamdi's anticipated move from Olympique Lyon to Fulham dramatically fell through at the last minute, with Lopic revealing the reason behind the failed transfer. First point was that apparently Nnamdi himself refused the move to Fulham, expressing his unwillingness to leave Lyon, especially since the League One club has not found a replacement yet. Second point is that it was said that Nnamdi says he loves Lyon, and this is according to Le Pic, a very huge publication in France. But then this is also what I've heard from other publications. Now, the Fulham were interested in a player who is in Arsenal called Rios Nelson. Yes, Rios Nelson. This is his picture. I hope I got the pronunciation right. Now, this player was rumored on the deadline day to be going to Ipswich Town. But then that did not happen. And then a last-minute move was made for this player. And now this player comes with APL experience. This player is very good. He's very young. And I get the reason why Fulham would go in for this player other than going for Ernest Nuama, who has no experience and also did not play a lot of games for Lyon last season. So, I mean, there are two different stories on why the Ernest Nuama deal broke off. Now, we are hearing this from a news outlet in France saying that, oh no, Ernest Nuama said he was unwilling to go to Fulham because Lyon have not gotten a replacement yet. As I'm speaking to you now, Lyon are in a financial situation where they need to sell players. So I don't know which of the stories are right, because I just believe that Fulham decided to go in for another option, or probably a better option, to Ernest Nuama in the person of Rios Nelson, who has an experience playing in the EPL because he was already an Arsenal player who was mostly used as a substitute. So guys, that is the latest update concerning, Ernest Nuama's transfer. Next is Felix Afena-Gyan. Now, what do you remember of Felix Afena-Gyan? But before I jump into his whole transfer brouhaha, let's cast our minds back to Felix Afena-Gyan of AS Roma. This was a young boy who was scouted here in Ghana during the Milo Games in Kumasi, went to Italy, was playing for AS Roma youth side. Jose Mourinho decided to give the player the opportunity. He was full of confidence, bagging in goals, was very good. And then the Black Stars decided to go in for this boy to be our next Asamoah Gyan. We were playing the World Cup qualifiers at then. And then this player came in. Even Jose Mourinho was not too happy about it because he felt like the player wasn't ready. The player came and played against Nigeria home and away. We qualified for the World Cup, only for the World Cup to arrive. And then this player was dropped. Felix Afena-Gyan was dropped to allow Inaki Williams, or to accommodate Inaki Williams. A lot of people were not happy about it, and this is where the situation, or also the confusion between, Felix Afena-Gyan's side and also the Ghana Football Association happened. Now, this player decided to make a move from AS Roma to Cremonese. At Cremonese, they were playing in the Italian Serie A. They got relegated. Then he moved on to play with the team in Serie B. He was playing, but then got to a point he stopped playing. People were asking where he was. People were asking questions like, where is Felix Afena-Gyan? People were not hearing of him. But then we just noticed that it got to a point, the Ghana Football Association decided to end their relationship with Felix Afena-Gyan. So they gave him a call out to join the Ghana Under-23 team for the Under-23 African Cup of Nations, the Black Natives. He declined the call out. He decided not to come. And then the player did not really say the reason why. But then the latest update we are getting is that the player is frustrated sitting on the bench and not getting regular playing time with the Italian Serie B side Cremonese. So he has decided to make something about it. So he's leaving on loan to Serie C side Juventus Next Gen. And this was facilitated and made possible by his agent, Oliver Atta. And I'm happy for the player. See, a lot of people are complaining that going to Juventus Next Gen in the Italian Serie C is a downgrade. But listen to me. Sometimes when you hit rock bottom, you need to go and start from somewhere. In this life, don't be ashamed to start afresh, because you don't know when you're allowed to sign again. So, I get why the player wants to, make this move. And I'm happy for him. He looks very happy, because no player wants to sit on the bench looking at his age. This is a very young player, sitting and rotting on the bench with his talent, because we saw what Felix Afena-Gyan was all about. So I'm happy that he made this move. I'm excited about this move, and honestly, I am one person who wish Felix Afena-Gyan all the best. We want to see him play there and do very well there and catch the attention of other players. See, if you want someone's story to impress you, that would be Mason Greenwood. This player was casted down. This player was rejected by a lot of people. But a club decided to give this player a second chance to play in Spain. And then this player really showed what it was all about. So I'm expecting Felix Afena-Gyan to grab this opportunity with his two hands. He should go to that Serie C club and show the world what it's about. Now, as I'm speaking to you now, everybody has forgotten what Mason Greenwood did. And everybody is talking about how good he's performing on the pitch, keeping his head low and performing very well. And this is what it means to have a second chance at life again. And see, as I'm always saying, the God we serve is a God of second chances. You understand? A boo-boo by say, I mean, you get my point. So with Felix Afenajan, I'm just rooting for him to succeed. That is what I'm rooting for the player. Like, he should just succeed. But guys, this is my own text on the transfers, and also latest update on Ayew back to Le Havre, and also Daniel Amartey to Brazilian side Flamengo. Let me know your thoughts about it, and also let me know your thoughts about Otto Addo, Fatal Dawuda, and also jumping to being good from an accident, and we are happy about that. And also Felix Afenajan, and also Alexander Djuku's replacement in the Black Stars, Jonas Adjete. If you know him, if you have seen him play before, let us know about him down below in the comments. And also Black Stars itinerary starting for tomorrow. They'll be opening camp. We'll make sure to bring you more updates here. My name is Adam. I'll make sure to see you in the next one. Charlie, we go back.